Hello, everyone. It's been a real long time. I got both depressed, bored, and sick, which you can probably still hear because my throat is dying and I'm not feeling so hot. But, I just said, it's time to get out another video. So, during this time of sickness, when I was trying to recover, I made a whole wyvern. So, you know what? We're going to retro apologize the wyvern. So, now, Blend Mancer, why did you get depressed? The answer is I'm having some problems with the Brawl UV map. I don't know what's wrong with it. It's not coming out like smoothly. I don't know if something's wrong with the bake maybe, but I'm gonna have to fix it probably eventually. But for now, we're just gonna be making a wyvern. Well, retro apologizing a wyvern, which is you basically cover it in faces so you can take the high poly detail and then bake it onto the low poly detail that I'm making. I mean, in my opinion, it's a pretty cool wyvern. Now, I didn't want to make a dragon because I like dragons and I like wyverns less so. And I told myself that if I'm gonna make a dragon, I want to be better at modeling. So I made a dragon. Oh, sorry, I made a wyvern. Oh my god, I am failing already. Hopefully, my voice doesn't sound too awful, but it's where we're at, and I'm sure I zoom out to show the rest of the wyvern eventually. But the retro apologizing is probably the worst thing like that I've ever done. I don't like retro apologizing. I mean, it can be fun, but like this was kind of awful so far because of all the spikes. I'm gonna texture paint on the rest of the scales later with bump maps probably and other parts. But you can see some of the torso there. The wings are pretty decent. I'm really happy with the hind claws, honestly. But it's been too long, so time to get a video out. I can't let sickness overtake me forever, unfortunately, and I don't want to go through the process of getting some music again. My brother wants to get into music creation, so maybe we'll have him make some like cool ambient music later. But for now, it's just gonna be me talking. The inside of the dragon's mouth is definitely where a lot of the issues with the retropology come from in this video. I didn't retropologize the entire dragon and wyvern. Man, I'm committing several crimes against dragon and wyvern kind currently. Please don't kill me. The inside of the mouth, probably one of the hardest things I've ever retropologized. It was annoying. It's dense, and you can see, you could have saw like a good portion of the wyvern there. I'm really happy with how the wings turned out. And I didn't really have a reference for this wyvern. I just kind of like looked up a picture of a wyvern. And that's just kind of how I did it. I didn't like put it in the background or anything, because I had a vague idea what I wanted it to actually look like, so I just made it. The honestly, I thought it looked really stupid until I added the teeth and the tongue, and I'm like, oh wow, it actually looks really good now, because it looks like he's like gasping for air, honestly. And now you must be saying, Blend Mancer, What are you going to use a Wyvern for? And the answer is, I'm going to recreate that one video. Yep, that one video. You know what I'm talking about. If anybody knows, they know. It's that one video. Because I am learning 3D animation to make that one video. Oh my lord. I have no idea how the bake is going to turn out once I'm actually done retrobologizing. I can only imagine how awful it's going to be. Hopefully it fixes itself pretty well. Hopefully there's no artifacts or anything. Because I am worried about how the retropology is going to turn out. Because I don't really do automatic retropology like add-ons. Q remeshify is okay, I guess. It's not something that like it's not the quality that I want, and it has problems with meshes like the Wyvern. And quad remesher is A, expensive, and B, I couldn't even get it to work on my system, which I'm just going to chalk up to a Linux problem, because I wanted to test out the trial version on my system, but it just didn't work. But I just couldn't get it to work. And it's probably better to just do it manually anyways. My advice is learn the retropologize. It is the biggest source of optimization you will have in a video game, in animation, whatever. If it's a source, if it's a model, retropologize it. Because going from a couple million polygons, or in this case 500k, to like maybe like 20k is the biggest source of optimization you will have for a computer. And from what I understand, like a model, when a model is loaded in a video game, it's like it's the CPU, and when animations are playing, it's still CPU. And when you bake the high quality detail onto a low quality model, that's GPU. So the low poly is still there, being controlled by the CPU, but you get all the high detail from the GPU, because the GPU is much stronger, but it's not used for like physics simulations or anything. Now, I could just be like talking out of, well, I could just be making stuff up, but I think that's what I remember properly. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what I have to say on that. But just retropologize. That's if it's anything to take away, retropologize. So, of course, you can. This is massively sped up, by the way. If it wasn't obvious, I think it's at like 400% speed, because this is a lengthy process. I know it's gonna be like it's a 17-minute video, but I think it's like 50 minutes of retropologizing that I had to do over the course of 3 days, because I don't have the energy, especially while sick. But you know, you guys deserve to know that like I'm still here, and I'm still going to be trying. And on the topic of like YouTube as a whole, there's a good chance that I won't even like make a like Patreon or anything, maybe, because I'm just thinking about it. Like, I just kind of want to make stuff for people to watch, mainly. And YouTube's monetizing has gotten worse. I don't really care about it. I probably will set up a donation link still, but if there was a way to stop ads on YouTube, I would just do it. I don't even care if it affects income at all, because it's not fair. Just use an ad blocker, I guess. If it's, everyone has probably already screamed this at the clouds. Get an ad blocker. Get uBlock Origin. Get ad nauseum. Get Brave browser. Just get an ad blocker. They're all free. But back to the model. See the top of the roof of the mouth there. It's okay to have some geometry poking out or in when it comes to retropology, but you don't want it to do it too much, because you're gonna have to cage it when you bake it, and that's where like a lot of the problems could happen. And I wonder if that's what happened with the brawl mesh. I will give you guys an update on the brawl mesh when I get it going again. But other than that, it's like really weird right now, and I don't know what's wrong with it, and I'm pretty much about to give up and almost entirely on it again. But I don't really want to, because I did remodel him fully. Plus, the UQ paint has given him such a nice touch up. I really like it. And if it's anything, and anything I can say about the whole character creation process is to just create characters. I made this Wyvern from just a picture that I was just staring at. I don't really know what it was from. Don't let yourself get trapped in tutorial hell. That, like, tutorials are some of the biggest thing in Blender. And the thing is that Blender, like, those YouTube channels that like just make tutorials, like, you can learn so much from them, but you need to do stuff on your own. Pick a character. Any character will do. Could be from your favorite anime, could be from your favorite video game, or better yet, you can just go onto like an archive website, download some 3D models from your favorite video game, and just start copying stuff. You just don't get locked into just following tutorials. It feels awful, because you'll try to do something on your own and just nothing will happen. Just make characters. Because honestly, I was really surprised at how this turned out, and there's probably some better ways to make the spikes, but I thought it was cool. Hopefully I'll be able to rig it properly. And I got like this new application called Material Maker, and I'm probably gonna maybe fumble around with it. Because like UQ Paint is nice, but obviously it's a Blender add-on. And if I can have something that's a little bit more dedicated, like Material Maker, could be pretty good. Because I don't want to download, I don't want to use Substance Painter, because Adobe ugly. But yeah. You can see the whole retropology coming into shape. I guess the takeaway from this video would be just me like making the head. And it is like really hard. And the shrink wrap modifier is so weird, by the way. like shrink wrapping is incredibly useful, and I love it a lot. But like, boy, is it annoying. And you see me use grid fill a lot. This is because I'm lazy. And I'm really lazy, so I love grid filling. But sometimes you just gotta do it yourself. And the geometry looks like a mess from the like where the vertexes are, because like the shrink wrap, it changes it visually. It doesn't actually like shape up where the geometry is going. A lot of it is just messing around where, what goes where. Make some spikes, make some stuff, and you're gonna see me fumble around a lot with the geometry just to figure out where stuff goes, how to make stuff properly. But my voice is dying and we're reaching the end of this video, so I'm probably gonna talk some more about this later, because it's a cool wyvern that I made. Hopefully I got the proportions right on the wyvern. Hopefully I can do some cool stuff with it. I'm deciding what color I want it to be. I'm probably gonna make it probably black and orange. But yeah, I want to thank you all for sticking by still. I'm still alive. I just had to get something out. All right, thank you all for watching. I hope you'll have a wonderful day as always. Hopefully my throat will get better.